car order. It's always been car order.
I strongly disagree.
That's the way it is. Rip him out through the window in a nice way.
Just so I can go down and drink a carton while everyone punches on.
Just pisses me to tears. That's the worst thing you can do.
You shut up, you hack. Talking about boat ramps, this is what I wanted to get through from the start. What he said.
Oh, you just been an idiot.
And welcome to the Chumming Up Podcast, the fishing, spearfishing and ocean adventure podcast that is now doing a podcast to people that may not exist in a couple of years. I am Squirrely, and with me, as always, is the Jew hunter himself, Leewold. Mitchell, how you going, big horse?
Yeah, mate, I'm good. I hear WA Fisheries is banning podcasts next.
Yeah, that could be... Well, might have to wear a life jacket while you're doing a fishing podcast.
Yeah.
That seems to make perfect sense. But then, I think we need more regulations on more things.
Yeah, you get away with a life jacket for about 6 months, and then they're putting a wind farm there, and you got to go completely.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Sounds fair. Do you see the thing about the bloke over east who had the Jew hunter boat?
I did see that, yep, with all the new anti-Semitic laws, hate laws, and they come at him.
Yeah, it's just funny because I read some of the comments, and you obviously get people who have no idea about fishing commenting, going, of course, like they knew what they were doing when they put that on their boat, and it's like, you wouldn't even think that.
No.
Like, if you're in the fishing world, you're like, Jew hunter, yeah. You would, like, the click over wouldn't even happen.
No.
But imagine... You know, you're just going out on your tinny and then, like, super soldiers are dropping on your head.
Yeah.
Get on the fucking ground.
Yeah. Old Elbows police forces on there. Ridiculous, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then, the new demersal rules have come in WA and...
Yep. Yeah, that's huge news, in fact, isn't it? So where exactly is it? It's Bunbury near on to Kelbarri, isn't it? No demersal fishing. It's pretty much that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the ban on... Yeah, I think pretty much spot on. I could be wrong on that, but yeah. And then been pretty crazy, obviously, the sentiment for commercial fishermen seems a little bit nicer from the public all of a sudden.
Yeah, yes and no.
Well, I think just watching the support of some of the commercial fishermen who have posted lately about, you know, finishing up their season and stuff like that. Also the fact that some of the shops are selling Jew fish for $150 a kilo.
Yeah. We just had a look at Sea Lanes just before. Actually, there's no Jew fish, but Red Emperor was 110. Because obviously that all gets affected with the Pilbara Trawl getting shut down as well, just overnight as of January 1st. Yeah, I think a lot of, I think half the support towards the commercial sector this time around, which is usually a bit weird because normally recce's don't support them, is the fact that I think the writing's on the wall for everyone that the chopping block's coming for everyone, just about. Well, it has come for the recreational sector this time as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think a lot of like fishermen that want to access the outdoors are starting to realise, wait on, we've got to back each other up here. Everyone does, because we're going to lose everything.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing was there was an article in the West Australian today from the Fisheries Minister where she was talking about how the fishing restrictions they'd put in for rec by cutting down the time hadn't worked because the population had increased enough that the capture actually went up. And to me, that's a funny thing to say when you were her government were the ones that decided to increase the population. So one, you would have known that while you're making your policy. And two, you're the reason why it happened. So that also makes you wonder, they've got 2 years for this ban. The population's going to increase because they've asked the Commonwealth government to increase it. Are they going to use that as a reason why it'll be extended? Because it doesn't seem to make sense to if something's on the verge of collapse, to close it for 2 years and then open it to a higher population.
Yeah, 100%. I can't see a future where they open it on the date they said they're going to. I just can't see it. The only way it opens is with a change of government.
Yeah.
But then also a lot of the problems and pushback on government decisions made that we may not agree with at a time is, even if the majority of the public don't agree with it and then they go to the voting booth and vote differently and the government changes down the track, rarely, if never, does that get reversed. It's just, you just move on with the new government with the decisions in place that were before, you know?
Yeah, true. I mean, there has been good things to come out of it that you've seen is now people are starting to look for different things to capture. I know the Perth Game Fishing Club is doing nights where they're talking about pelagics and more people expanding what they fish for, because, I mean, to be honest with you, straight away everyone says they're just going to sell their boat.
Yeah.
And give up fishing, which is, I mean, the fuck else are you going to do?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I mean, I think going forward in the future, like, people need to diversify what they're catching and what they're eating from the ocean to make it work. That's sort of always been.
I think it's from an enjoyment standpoint too. As you evolve from a one-trick pony of just being a bottom basher, you love it. Like, you know, you even like whiting fishing and all that sort of crap, you end up finding little niches that you love just for the sake of doing it, don't you? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I think, and it has been great to see. I haven't had much to do with the Perth Game Fishing Club in the past. I know it's quite a large and prestigious game fishing club, but I've seen a lot of online stuff and a lot of members and that pushing to education nights and all this to go sword fishing, game fishing, whatever else. And again, WAGFA, so the Western Australian Game Fishing Association, which is the West Australian side of the GFAA, which is the Game Fishing Association of Australia, they've been very proactive. Like last month I fished up at Exmouth in the heavy tackle tournament, and the head of WAGFA, Adam, he was up there doing a speech as part of it, and it was great. They were like open arms. He come and talked to us about the fish we were catching, and in the past, WAGFA as a whole have sort of been pretty silent, not super active. No, like, I personally haven't seen them be like hugely open about anything, where they seem to be so proactive about just wanting to make things happen and having a voice and that. I thought, this is great, you know, like, yeah, it was like a bit of an inner circle for years, and now it's not. So all of those things are great things that come from situations like this.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, talking about the heavy tackle tournament, you fished it?
Yeah, it was an awesome year. This year, the Exmouth Game Fishing Club's heavy tackle tournament, which is a bill fishing tournament for stripes, blacks and blue marlin.
Yeah.
And you only use 37 to 60 kilo line. Both
yeah, so the main chase is for blue marlin.
Yeah, and it come about for big ones. That's why it's heavy tackle. They wanted to see big ones get caught. Both me and you love it. We've fished it heaps of times together.
Yep.
And yeah, this year was a great idea. It's normally 3 days, but in December it can be quite windy, but that's the best time of year to catch them. And they moved it to 4 days in the event, so if you lose a day, you've still got plenty. And we lost 2 days of wind that were like 30 knots. They cancelled, rightfully so. It was fucking shit out there.
Yep.
But you still ended up with 2 good days of weather. It was fucking awesome. It was a great comp. And there was plenty of fish around. Everyone was catching a couple.
Yep. Well, it seems to be a good balance now. They have changed the dates in the past to dodge the shit weather, and they've got the bad fishing from that.
Yep.
So this approach where you're fishing in a time of year where it's probably going to be shit, but between the 4 days you should get, 2 days hopefully of proper fishing. So,
yeah, that's right. And the fishing's that hot that there's a lot of guys travel because it's such a cool way of fishing, and it's the best time. So half the guys fishing it, I think there was 38 boats or something. So there's like 100, more than 100 guys fishing it, 100 and something.
Yep.
Half of them would have travelled. They're there for fishing the days before anyway. There's boats fishing everywhere. So you could nearly make it 5 days or whatever. The guys just want to go fishing,
Yep.
So yeah, I thought it was awesome. And the 2 boats at the pointy end of at the end of the day were Innkeeper and a boat called Winora. A lot of West Coast guys know Winora. It's been around forever.
Yep.
Big wooden boat, always known for thumping diesels through the wood hull, raised them, like that was always a thing.
Yep.
And now it's just had $1 million spent on it. I got a tour of it. It's unbelievable. It's got an Omni sonar in it, first boat in WA to have one.
Yeah, right.
It's got Garmin electronics. The whole thing's beautiful. And then come up and win it. So the boys on board reckon the Omni sonar, they don't know how to use it yet.
Yeah, right.
But then they win it. But then both, you would have seen it too, like you see that boat for years had just come up from Perth and just catch the shit out of them.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's cool. But yeah, everyone was catching a few. And the biggest fish went off this year, which hadn't gone off in 3 years. So it was $6,000 cash.
Yep.
And it was caught by a local young fella. He's 14 years old, Jake McLeod. So,
Yeah, right.
McLeod, McDonald or Macca? His dad's name's Macca. Trying to see, I've got a bit of a blank spot. But young Jake anyway, and it's awesome. It was, because it's got to be over 500 pound or a certain short length, and it was way over the short length, like 10 centimetres over.
Yep.
But didn't go the weight because it was a black. There was a fair few blacks around.
Yeah, a bit skinnier.
Yeah, and it was on Steve Moore's boat.
Yep.
So there was the 3 of them, the old man Macca, Jake, and Steve Moore, and yeah, they bloody caught that. I think it's a state junior record, so it's awesome. Like, there was a hell of a cheer when he collected the $6,000.
Yeah,
so
that's mint, isn't it?
it was so good.
Well, I mean, that's what these comps are about, and it seems like weighing a fish and is just popular again as far as the billfish sections, which is kind of cool to see. And maybe that's a part of, while everyone's talking about how the demersals are going down, maybe more people more informed about, the impact of that's not just a big fish, it's a fast-growing fish whose numbers aren't.
Yeah, and I think it's that support too, that, like I was saying, with the recce supporting the pros in this thing happening a bit and vice versa, is that a lot of the guys that used to just be like, don't kill that, now it's like, well, we can't catch anything. Like, look what's happened. Maybe we'll just support each other too,
Yeah.
But there's been this run, this heavy tackle season in Exmouth, there was a run of big blacks.
Yep.
So, yeah, the first one, we were up there and a boat, I think it's called Tagline. Some of the guys that either own or work for Helco hooked a massive one. They actually called out over the radio that they had a grander on a couple of times.
Which is not what you want to do in the fucking heat of the battle.
No. But
Everyone's got a grander on when they first see it.
exactly. But, they needed some flying gaffs they didn't have on board. So a couple of boats went to help them and they landed it. I think it took about 3 hours or more, and they measured it and it was about 600 pound.
Yep.
So still a cracker of a
Yeah,
fish.
it's huge.
Like, you can't mistake anyone for, especially in WA where we don't really get fish of that grander class except for the ones Eddie's got.
Yep.
The one he got. They bloody, anyone calling that, at least they changed their mind. They end up letting it go. So I would have liked to have seen it weighed myself. But
Yep.
But then a day later or so, Nate got a big one, called about the same size. Got some photos of it on Nate Brezhnak's former guest on the podcast. He's got one. And then, yeah, we killed one that went, I think, 694 pound, which is the new all-tackle West Australian record pending.
Yep.
So, yeah, there's a few big blacks getting around. And then young Jake got that one that won the cash in the heavy tackle.
Yeah, well, tell us the story about your one, because I would have thought it would be, I know Pete was on board, it would have been pretty tough to convince him to get the gaffs ready to...
All the boys I had on board. I had Luke and Matt Patrick, they're guys from the Canberra Game Fishing Club of all places, but they do a lot of fishing on the East Coast.
Yep.
And young Pete Lawton. Well, he's not that young anymore, and they all wanted to kill one. The whole plan, the whole trip was anything over 500 pound, we wanted to whack it. Well, they particularly did.
Yep.
Just to, and that's another thing. If you're not weighing any of them, you don't know any of the weights. Like everyone can go, they called a grander when it turned out not to be one, but none of us have weighed granders. How the fuck do we know? So you got to weigh a few fish or be part of weighing a couple of fish so you can actually get a gauge on what you're doing.
Yep.
And yeah, anything over 500. And then it was funny because I got my little stand through top station there. So I'm watched it in the, like, come up on the right teaser, black and purple Bonds Anaconda. Like, right teaser. First I thought it was a cloud come behind, and then it turned. I was like, yep. I'm teasing it in. And then we were pitching dead mullet at them. And the Canberra boys are exceptional anglers. Like, they do a lot of fishing. So on a Talika 50 with 60 kilo mainline, pitched it on a circle hook, and it just, and I'm like, yep, it still hadn't got the teaser, so I hadn't good look at it, just the shadow. Then pulled the teaser, it come up on the mullet, and as its bill and dorsal come out, it ate it. I'm just like, oh no, it's big. got it all on video on the GoPro.
Yep.
And then I'm like, wrong pitch, because we've got a big pitch, an 80 wide Tiagra ready for bigger stuff with heavier leader and that.
Yep.
And then up it come and started jumping, and all the boys were like, oh, it's pretty big. And Luke knew straight away. He's like, it's a black. And I was like, is it? And it jumped again. Oh, it is a black. And then by that stage, I'm in like neutral. We're clearing the gear. And I said to the boys, oh, well, like, it's because it was obviously going to go to 500. I'm like, okay, do you want to kill it? And all I heard was Pete go, what do you mean? And I looked down, and he's tying off the 2 flying gaffs.
Yeah.
We hadn't even cleared all the gear yet. So, yeah, he was keen as mustard. So it was pretty good. It was about 8:30 or 9 in the morning we hooked it.
Yep.
So maybe 9:30. So it was perfect time and a real nice weather day. Rolled it out in 25 minutes. Matt Patrick, the guy was on the rod, he's exceptional angler. Big fella too, like 6'2", muscly dude. So he just spanked it.
Yep.
We got on the leader in about 5 minutes. Only had 500-pound leader.
Yep.
And dumped it. So then it was like, okay, boys, we've caught it. Like released it by touching the leader. Just go as hard as you want on it, Matt. And he just fucking whacked it on sunset, and then started grabbing the spool every time it went to go down, and it'd just make it jump again.
Yep.
So yeah, it was pretty sick. Gaffs in it in 25 minutes, so it's still pretty fresh. And the side of my boat's fucked now. It's a brand new boat. It's like all gaff marks up, like tore it to bits.
Yep.
Bill marks and fucking it's rough, so. But then the guys at Edencraft said to me, oh, we'll fix her up. We'll fix the gel coat on it. And then it's like, yeah, but do I want to? It's like a bit of a trophy.
That's it.
So, yeah. But that was cool. And the reception of weighing it was, like you said, was awesome. Everyone come down. No one had a bad word to say. That young Jake who ended up catching the big one in the comp, he was there, come down on his push bike. He was pumped. He was there checking it out.
And then Jarby smoked that one up too, eh?
And it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, because you're not a big Marlin sort of fan.
Nah.
You tend to call people out for keeping them at like saying they're good eating.
Yeah, because I think there's a lot of like people that just say, oh, it's good eating to justify killing something. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm all for killing. I'd kill it and not eat it. Like, that's what I'm like. I don't need the justification or the lies. When people are like, it was beautiful. We ate all of it. All poke bowls. Sort of. It's like, well, whatever. But then we gave a heap to Jarby. Hadn't had a speck of ice on this thing in December. He gave him a big heap that we filleted. And he smoked it up. It was fucking beautiful. Like, proper good.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, but I think the magic was in Jared's recipe and cooking, I think you could have had a piece of cardboard, honestly, with what he did with it.
Yeah. Just I don't know. There's something about the Asian culture that can just cook anything. They're experts at seafood. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. But no, it was bloody good.
Yeah.
And in saying that, the day before that, because we were there for 2 weeks and had Canberra boys and that were just fishing flat out.
Yep.
Luke Patrick speared his first blue marlin with us.
Oh, yeah.
The very day before.
Yep.
And that was sick. And then we filleted that, and he made like a ceviche out of it.
Oh, yeah.
It was fucking unreal too. And it was funny, both of those things are probably better than normal fish, like if you had red emperor or something.
Yep.
And, and then, like, normally I am a big, like, they're not that special, the old marlin, but they were both beautiful. They were great.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, like, I would think it'd work pretty well for the ceviche.
Yeah.
Like, I know we've been doing a lot of that with the crayfish and shit like that.
Yeah.
We did squid as well, but I would think, like, the marlin, that's softer.
And this one, because it wasn't a big fish, we didn't end up weighing it so that we could continue to fish.
Yep.
Because he goes, if it's big, we'll weigh it. If it's not, so I'd put it somewhere between 80 and 100 kilos.
Yep.
So for a blue marlin, that's not obviously big, but we did.
Yeah,
we,
blue marlin in around Exmouth anyway.
Yeah, so we trunked it and put it in the esky out there, so it's still like good, and then ate it.
Yep.
But just not weighing it. But I think because it was smaller, and because he speared it, I think he half backboned it, and that when you filleted it, it was like a white fillet with a pink through it, not red like marlin. It was like it looked beautiful.
Yep.
So yeah, something about that.
Yeah, there you go. And then when they were leadering that big one, did your deckhands wear shoes? That's a big issue for people apparently. Do you want to? So you posted a video of not that fish, a different fish. Was that during the comp?
Nah. So between when we caught the big one in the comp,
yep,
there was some 20, 25 knot days.
Yeah,
and we just decided to fish a couple of them because the comp was going to be windy the first couple of days, and we didn't know if they were going to call it off. So you might as well iron out your kinks then. And then we went out there, and yeah, we caught a fish, which I'll explain in a bit. But Luke filmed it on the leader. Yep. And it was proper 25 knots. So it was rough as balls. So I was struggling to drive with the fish in an outboard boat with a full cabin.
I did hear that.
Oh, and then anyway, it's epic footage because we caught it on a lure, but the lure's it's for catching a big one. So it's got like 1,100-pound line through it and a hook you can't straighten.
Yep.
And Pete's like, he's like mad as a cut snake, just wants to do everything. He's like, let me leader. Yeah, you're on the leader. So he gets it, leaders it, and the boy's like, don't let it go, because we'd already fought the thing for like 10 or 15 minutes. We're like, let's just get rid of it, catch another one, And getting rid of them quick is part of protecting the fish. That's what keeps them alive.
Yep.
So then films it, goes nuts jumping around, ragdolls Pete around the back deck. Because Pete weighs 68 kilos or 70 kilos or something.
Yeah.
He's muscly, and then ragdolls him, posts the video, goes viral.
Yeah, proper viral.
Proper. It's got like 18 million views as we speak.
Yep.
And yeah, and then everyone on there's an expert. Like, why isn't he wearing shoes? It's like, what the fuck's that got to do with leadering a fish?
That was my favorite thing. That must be a huge thing in America because nearly every American captain was like, "Where's the shoes?" It's like he's using his hands, mate. What the fuck?
It was crazy. So, like, if you haven't seen it, jump on my Insta or whatever, have a look and be a critic.
Yep.
But fuck, it's like even every comment on me is just like the skipper's fucking the most useless cunt to ever fucking be on the ocean, which I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I agreed with all of them.
Yeah.
But
so how it come about while we got it on this big heavy line lure is when it's rough, I have a big heavy line lure with a big heavy hook for trying to kill a big one to pitch.
Yeah.
So we're pitching tuna and mullet at your normal fish, and then chuck that big lure in the rough. And because it was so rough, we raised this fish, and he was on the teasers from ages. He'd go from one to the other, and we'll pitch the tuna back, but because it's skipping on top of the water, it just wasn't enough presence for him to find in all that whitewash.
Yep.
And then I dropped, as he'd come on the left teaser, I'd drop the right teaser back 20 metres or whatever, and then get him, and the tuna would be in front of him, and the other teaser would be out, and then he'd go over to the other lure and back, and then I'd drop the other one back and forth. And then one of the boys just goes, stuff it, chuck the big rod out, chucked it out, and he just climbed on it. So he wasn't a bad fish. He may have given, I reckon he was maybe 200 kilos type thing, may have given 500 pound a nudge, 450, I reckon.
Yep.
Cracking fish.
Yeah. I did like there was one like questioning what it was said as weighed. And it's like, they literally weighed one the day before or the day after.
There's some of the guys on there, the Yanks, they're like, oh, he's getting buddy owned by 100-pound fish. Like 100 pound, that's like 46 kilos.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
And I like the ones that have bass fishermen in their name. It's like, mate, you're freshwater.
Yeah.
They did more dangerous shit launching the boat than
typical internet comments, but it's some of it. It's great too, it's a chuckle because you don't take any of it seriously.
Yeah, only half of them were my burner accounts.
Yeah.
Skipper's fucked.
Oh, Squirrely's just there, million bots. Just like... But yeah, so that's why we got the big one there for big stuff, but then we ended up on the small one for the bigger black. But it didn't matter with the right crew and that was we rolled it out easily. So it was good. It was a great trip in all. Caught a few fish during the comp, and the boys caught a heap of different fish, like just blacks and blues, stripes. We had a shot at Grand Slams a couple of days, just kept dropping the stripes, the fucking things. But
Yep.
yeah, it was a ripper time.
Yeah, well, looks like another good season for the whole of the WA coast too. Like Tanty, who has been on the pod before, got a big one out of Jurien.
Yeah, Andy just got a striped off Mandra.
Yeah, striped off Mandra.
And Andy come third in that heavy tackle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because
So-
they paid a third now.
Yep.
So he's having a crack at you.
Yeah.
Chris Tanty. Yeah.
Yeah, and a few others have hooked up, big ones out of Perth and around the Fads. So hopefully again, they seen the mantas down here off the beach yesterday. So it seems like, yeah, it's
It's come at a rush because when we got to Exmouth at the end of November, the warm water hadn't hit there yet, and the bite had been so shit, and the wind was holding it back. And then as we started fishing, it hit.
Yep.
And they just come in a flood, and then it's just gone bang and pushed all the way down here. It looked like Perth was not going to get any marlin this year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that warm water's just broke through and just come. So
Yep.
yeah, and flipping to the other side of the coast, the East Coast going nuts on stripes again. It looks like it could be another record-breaking year like last year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know a guy, I think it was off Jervis Bay, went 7 from 11 yesterday. There's heaps of guys catching 4 or 5 off Bermagui.
Yep.
So that's going to be going off.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good to say.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of that, you went cod fishing.
Yeah,
instead.
so towed the boat back to Perth, left it here, flew back to Victoria, and then we hired a house up at Lake Moala and went cod fishing for New Year's.
Yep.
Postman at the door.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Squirrely's got another Temu order of something rocking up.
Yeah, it's another couple $1 lures. It's all right. The dog will sort him out.
Yeah. But yeah, went cod fishing at Lake Moala, and that was fucking epic. Like we took Pete, come with me, come and spent Christmas with us, went there, and then he caught it. He'd never caught cod on lures. He caught like an 84 and a 91 on top water, another couple on top water.
Yep.
After having that Exmouth trip, and we went trout fishing up in the mountains over there too. Caught a heap
Yeah,
of
it
trout.
did well.
So, yeah, and it was good. But he went fishing with Billy Westerveld over there, who they come 4th at the Cod Nationals.
And like I think the saying is, if you finish 7th or above, then you must be a good cod fisher.
Yeah, it's always been I want to finish in the top 7.
Yes.
That's I've always heard that.
Magnificent 7, they call it.
That's right. Yeah, lucky 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just which obviously becomes 7th at the Cod Nationals last year, and we're fishing it again this year.
If you're 8th, no one gives a fuck about you. That's
Unless
just
we come
luck.
8th next year.
Yeah, then,
which I think
then
we'll
we'll
become-
revisit it.
I reckon there's 50 boats, and I reckon we'll come 58th. But yeah, went fishing with Billy, and it was awesome. Like, the guy knows his stuff. It was just so much fun. And then seeing Thomas Pinter there, he's now running charters out of there too with his brand new Bass Cat boat.
Yep.
He's just an animal. I went for dinner with him and his dad Steve, who are like 5 times out of the last 6 years winners.
Yep.
So yeah, didn't disappoint. Now I'm just hanging for codnats as well, like
Yeah.
And you're talking about even having like a couple of weeks pre-fish with me this year.
Yeah, well, unless the missus is listening to the podcast, then I don't have a choice and I got to get over there because of things.
So yeah, that was awesome. I loved it up there. Like, it's funny because I left the marlin in Exmouth wanting, like I just want to keep fishing for him, and then left the cod wanting. So it's like,
Yep.
yeah, but hopefully there's a bit of weather here now because I'm obviously here for your wedding that's in 3 days.
Yeah,
4
4 days. Yeah.
Then there might be a bit of weather a couple of days after. I might be able to go for a bluefish.
Yeah, it's shit till the wedding day.
Yeah.
And then the wedding day is actually looking pretty good. So, I don't know, we might have to go out in the morning. We won't get a bluefish in, but
Nah.
I might go check the pots at least.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Nah, it should be good. I mean, it's funny because I was looking back at 2026 just to put, you do the like memory stuff for the podcast. And it didn't seem like we had that many, I mean, you obviously, but fishing trips or anything more than normal or anything like that. But we did some pretty cool shit in 2026 and caught some
25.
2025, sorry. I'm thinking ahead,
Yeah.
all the future. But I mean, you've like coming 7th in the Cod Nationals, but then all the striped marlin, the tuna, everything that you've done on both sides is,
It's been awesome.
yeah. Was there anything that you tried to do that you didn't?
Yep. Tried to catch a big bluefin tuna
Yep.
off Portland and Port Fairy and that, and I never made that happen. So I'll have to make that happen. That needs to be done spearing too, because they're on like mega bait balls, so it's sick. I reckon spearing them wouldn't be any harder than catching them, but I didn't catch one.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything's been pretty good. Got a fair few goals this year. I
Yep.
want to do. Like we did a bit of sword fishing this year. I want to get the young bloke the Australian junior record,
Yep.
or like the biggest one for a junior. So that's something I'd like to do this year. That was sick. I actually quite like the sword fishing.
Yep.
Yeah. And then what I did a month or more than 3 weeks at the Monties. You come up there for a bit. We did heaps.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, like for me, it's kind of been weird the last few years. I'd gone from doing no freshwater fishing and then like just sort of started with the trout fishing and then came over and seen you, and then the Cod Nationals has fallen into that, to this year or last year getting like a bass in Texas, which I probably wouldn't have even thought about before, but getting a few of them. And then the latest trip that I did, we went over there for her birthday, but catching trout nearly everywhere we went through like frozen rivers and shit like that. You know, it's funny because I wouldn't have thought I'd get into freshwater fishing as much as what I have, but I'm definitely looking forward to the cod nats, that's for sure.
Yeah, the cod nats has been all freshwater fishing. It all grows on you, doesn't it? But the cod nats has been definitely that for me as well. I like the cod fishing, but I like the top water big fishing.
Yep.
And then we fished that cod nats, and it's like, oh, this is all right. And then you realise how competitive it is too, which it spikes you up.
Yep.
Then we fished the second one and had a bit of a taste where we come 7th, and you're like, this is better than I thought, but also not easier in any way. And then you just sort of dive into it, eh? Like, it's actually sick.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm loving it. I reckon it's awesome, eh?
Yeah. So as far as, obviously, we got the cod nats, and then what tournaments are you looking at, or you haven't penciled anything in for this year?
Nah, so as we speak, your wedding's in 4 days or 3 days or whatever it is. And then I've got about 5 days after that.
Yep.
And then I've got to tow my boat back to Victoria from Perth, which is just going to be a bastard because I can do like 100 the whole way. And then I should get back there around the 19th or 20th. And then the Bermagui Blue Water Classic is the 24th, 5th and 6th, and I'm fishing that.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm literally fishing a tournament like in 2 weeks type thing.
Yep.
And,
Do you know who's fishing it with you?
Yeah, so interestingly enough, the missus come to me and said, I want to fish billfish tournaments again because she used to fish a few in Exmouth.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, okay. So that's a big one there. There's a lot of boats in that. It's like 50 boats or whatever. It's big.
Yep.
So I got her and the young bloke and probably the daughter and maybe my old man.
Yeah, sick.
And then about 6 days later is the Ulladulla Jess Sams, which was one of my favourite ones I fished last year.
Yep.
But she's adamant the kids have got to go back to school by then. So they'll leave the coast and then I'll fish that, but I don't know who with yet. I'll figure that out as I go.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, I'll be fishing them too. So, yeah, I do have tournaments teed up. And another trip I've already got teed up is, or in my mind, is I want to go up to Cooktown and Cairns in October and fish for giant black marlin.
Yeah, right.
With my trailer boat, yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to go do that for like a month and hopefully fish there's like light line bill fishing comps, like your little blacks and sails. along the way. Townsville, Early Beach, all of that kicks off around that time too. So I want to go fish a couple of them and then go out to Lizard Island and that for like 2 weeks, whatever, and chase giant black marlin.
Yeah, right. Does that lead into heavy tackle back in Exmouth or
No, I don't think I'll make it back for then.
Yep.
I'll just go take the boat up there, do that, and then back down. So yeah, so trying to squeeze a bit in.
Yep.
Yeah, and another trip I'd like to do, but I'll just need to do that as it comes. Is I want to do from Lakes Entrance down into Flinders Island, Tasmania, in between the Sword Run when they push up from Tassie up to Lakes Entrance, and go chasing striped trumpeter and do the southern cray diving around Flinders, which is supposed to be epic.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Camp there for a couple of nights and then swordfish all that unfished swordfish ground on the way back through. So
Yep.
yeah, but yeah, as far as tournaments go, just them East Coast ones, and then potentially more after them too. I'd love to fish the New South Wales Interclub one day at Port Stephens, and I think it's the Billfish Classics. The other one at Port Stephens are like a week apart, but the Interclub's the biggest one, New South Wales.
Yep.
I'd love to fish that as well if I get time. That's in March sometime. It could be when you're over.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, one that is on when you're over.
Yep.
If you're talking 2 weeks, if you get the leave pass, I'll have to go see Elise. Is the Shell Harbour comp, and that is the one where the Blue Marlin tore in half this year for 50 grand.
Oh, yeah, right.
So it's 50 grand for heaviest Blue Marlin.
Yep.
So we could just go and fish that. It's only 2 days or 3 days. Just go and fish that and kill a big Blue Marlin in that, and then go back and free fish cod.
Yep.
So
Sounds like a plan.
yeah.
All right. Well, pretty much all I've got planned now is the wedding, which is in the way. A little bit of the good weather. But then got the comedy fishing show.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the fishing show. So if you're in Perth or in Fremantle, either one, close enough, really. Do some travelling. Get out there.
WA. If you're in WA.
Yeah,
get
if you're
there.
in WA, get to it. The weather's going to be shit around then anyway, from what I've just made up.
There's not allowed to fish for anything.
Yeah, exactly. So the fishing show on the 30th and 31st of January, use the promo code Marlin Fillets with a capital M.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, you don't fucking steal it, mate. Put it in before Leewold steals the whole lot.
Steals the promo code.
Yeah, you get discount tickets. Go to fringeworld.com.au. Should be fine, hopefully. I don't know. Yeah, and then that onto the cod nats, and I have not planned anything after that. So, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Cod nats will be cracker.
Yeah, it's good every year. Good people, good fishing,
Yeah.
shit partner,
Yeah.
but good fish.
Yeah. It's a cracking comp, isn't it? And the people and the fisheries, just unbelievable. But going on the cod nats, I heard a whisper that Cade and Derek Blow might not be fishing it this year, and they're one of the hot favourites every year. So
Yeah, that's a big out.
it is a big out. Well, it's good for us because it helps with that top 7 that everyone's after.
Yeah, we could be top 6. if all the top 6 pull out,
Yeah, if 44 boats pull out, we could be top 6.
this is a good tactic. All we rely on is people not fishing, and we're good.
Yeah.
Maybe that's Roger Cook's whole plan.
He wants to win the cod nats.
Well, maybe not the cod nats, but maybe he's got a fishing comp, maybe Mangles Bay fishing comp, and he's thinking, if no one else can fish, I might be a chance. He did come out and say that he was a fisherman as a kid while he brought in the band, which who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I was just like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, I like fishing. Like, sweet.
Yeah. It's all about sustainability, which they won't release any of the information on that. So it's either it needs to be done or it doesn't.
Yeah.
They won't tell anyone.
Yeah. Oh, I used to fish as a kid. Look, who cares, mate? Just tell us what the rules
Yeah,
are.
that's right. I used to piss in the bath as a kid.
Still do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's the Mitch Hedgeberg fucking joke. I used to piss in the bath. I still do. And I used to too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Anything else, Dad?
Not really, I don't think. I'm just trying to have a think. That'd be about it, I reckon.
Yep. Nah, too easy. Well, cheers for chumming up. Hopefully, we'll keep punching them out. Oh, we got something big in the works, but we can't tell anyone.
Oh, we do have something big in the works.
Yeah.
I don't have that here either.
Yeah. Either way. We will keep it under wraps, like most of the podcasts that we never put out. And cheers for chumming up, Big Horse.
Nice, cheers.
Cheers, yeah.
Oh my god, what the fuck is happening right now? Dolphin in the killer whale's mouth? Holy shit. Oh, this is the best day of my life, God. What?
I like going down the pond chasing bluegills and Tommy cocks.